The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they'll be led out by the Michigan product, the former Wolverine quarterback Jake Rudock.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson.
And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. His first catch, good for 14 there on first down.
One of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Young.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
The Seahawks are 1-9 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Young. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 25-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he slings one that's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On play action, they'll throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Incomplete as well. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end their drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And as the Raiders take over on offense, we get to see the man who has been the leader of this team for 9 seasons now, under center Derek Carr.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw, it's Carr. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a 2nd consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Carr to throw.
This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 25. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Carr now on first down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Eugene and Wosu got the sack there. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks.
He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball in the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
To try again after the sack. Carr out to the right and complete to Pittman. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. And now they're looking third down as a manageable situation. One that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Now Carr. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
Yeah, on third down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force fourth down.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I've met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Rudock, a quick throw, but incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll set up a throw. He gets this one complete to Bowden. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Raiders will take over now, first and 10. The first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Now Carr. And his throw is incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a third and 6. To throw is Carr. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Looking to throw. They'll set up the screen to Dallas. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Meanwhile, down in Glendale, 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. And the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
From the 38, Carr.
The toss here completed to Pittman.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs.
They're going right back to Pittman.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's Carr.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs, and he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Able to slither by. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
To throw again on 2nd down, Carr.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions. Have him looking at 3rd and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. The kick by Carlson is good, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Well, the final weekend of November is upon us. Boy, can you believe December right around the corner? Always seems to get here quickly. But coming up tonight, we wrap up the holiday weekend with the Packers and Eagles from Philly at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow night, we wrap up Cyber Monday with the Steelers and Colts from Indianapolis. A run by Dallas to start the drive.
And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20.
Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Once again, it's Dallas.
And down he'll go at the 25. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. On 2nd and 9, Rudock. And that is incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. This one caught by Isabella. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Over the middle, complete. It's Jacobs. Carr going to give it to Jacobs.
And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On play action, it's Carr.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Throwing now is Carr. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they're throwing a team?
Yes, he caught every other ball that coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So Carr exits on 4th down, and on comes Daniel Carlson for the field goal try.
From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through, and the lead stretches. 16-3 now.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
And out now come the Seahawks.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Raiders pick it up. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it and brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Las Vegas's offense back out there ready to go.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Carr now on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice game there. This one goes for 20.
Good stuff, throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Carr to throw again. And that's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
And Carr's throw into the hands of Pittman here.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Keelan Cole as the first half is winding down.
And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Carlson on for the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just 1 play.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll throw now on the final play. His throw incomplete. So we reach halftime.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the 3rd quarter.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
And that is incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now back to throw.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Carr. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Shifts by him. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It was Clelin Ferrell who was able to rush in and make that tackle.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
This is Dallas.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete to Hollins.
And a pretty little juke move there, but not a ton to show for it afterwards as he's brought down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Touchdown! Darren Waller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the 2 teams by far. And that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it concludes with a touchdown reception by Darren Waller. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a 1-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down. They'll run on 1st down with Dallas.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and run right on the option. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Another run. Again, it's Dallas. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. To throw on 2nd and 6. Rudock. Left side here, that's the tight end Fan. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They'll look to throw here. Step, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cleveland Farrell able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They'll set up to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fan, and he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. They set up the screen to Penny. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I know we saw the pass and the completion and obviously the resulting loss of yardage. To me, that play broke down with the blocking on it, because if you're going to try and swing it that far outside, that blocking's got to hold up to give your guy a chance.
And the defense, they weren't fooled at all.
No, not at all. Boy, were they aggressive on that one.
Myers' kick is good, and that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And he returns this to the 22. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. The offense running out, and they are charged up ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
80 yards rushing for him now to this point.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw his Carr. Open out on the left side. This is Cole. From the 44, Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Now Carr. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Jacobs.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw, it's Carr. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. So Carr will depart, and on comes the Raider kicker Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
They'll set up the screen to Dallas.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rudock. That ball complete. And a loose football. And the Raiders have recovered. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
106 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw with Carr.
And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr.
And the Raiders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. On 2nd and 10, Rudock. This is the tight end Fant. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And how about how he improvised right there, because he got flushed out of the pocket, locked eyes with his wide receiver, who knew to just keep running. And he was able to lay that one out there for him to run under.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rudock. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Over this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 20. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And this is going to be a Raiders 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
He was brought down at the
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2.
Running it with Jacobs. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Taken down at the 41.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display. And now they look to polish it off. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's got room. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
16 yards. And the Raiders first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now a carry for Jacobs. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Here's Jacobs.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends.